DJ Alex.
Thank you for the intro. Yeah.
Alex.
How many people have tuned out now?
What's up, guys? Hey, welcome to the Carpool Lane. I know it's been a while, but yeah. We got the original OG cast here. I mean, we had to do it back. I mean, I've been doing so many of these lovely nerdy podcasts, which I love, but sometimes we got to get back to the original OGs, which of course is with me, your host Alex, and my co-host Jessica.
Jesse BR 650.
It used to be like, "What up, bitches?" You know, I love that intro.
I feel like I have to. I'm so rude by saying that. I have to
it's like
elevate.
no. It's like the way you say it, like you're a bitch. You know, like, no. But if you say,
That's
"What
so
up,
mean.
bitches?" Like, "What up?" And then my lovely, beautiful wife, Stephanie, say hi.
Hello, Carpoolers.
Hello. And yeah, as you can tell, we're using our Yeti microphone. We finally brought it back out.
You haven't been using it?
We haven't used it in a while because we haven't done these group things in a while. Yeah.
Okay.
So now that now we had to dust it off, and now that most of us are vaccinated,
We're all vaccinated.
we're all starting to do these. We're gonna start doing more of these small groups again. You know, like group little therapy session because it's been a long year since since the COVID hit, and hopefully things are looking our way. And we'll
I think
see
they
how
are. I think 2020 going into what the fuck? Wait,
2021. How many beers have you had? One sip. We're drinking Angry Orchard, guys.
I think going into 2022, I see good things in the horizon.
Let's hope so.
We just gotta not be afraid. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. Don't be afraid, guys.
Go to the light.
Yeah. So like I said, this is episode 95. We're getting close to that 100 mark.
Yeah.
Did you know that I started re-listening to some of our old podcasts that when we did the Boys vs. Girls ones, and we're gonna start putting these stuff on YouTube. I took that audio and I put it on YouTube, and I was like, that was episode 18, 19, and that's when we did it so long ago.
I can't believe that we actually that was one of the things we wanted to do since the beginning, and we did it into the 18th. So
yeah, we did it pretty quickly where we wanted to get a single girl's story, well, girls plural, about their version of what they expect, when they're online dating or dating in general. And Jenny and Danica, and then we did one with the guys, and then that one was flipping hilarious. And then we put them all together, and it was just amazing. And then we added, people like Frankie and Sarah into the mix, and everyone gave their perspective about dating and stuff like that. And it was amazing. I actually want to do. Someone suggested to me, Miguel, because there was a lot of people that came in the background that pitched in their 2 cents, and I was like, man, everyone has something to say about this. So I
think it'd be nice to say.
So they were like, we got to redo this again. One of them was like, oh my god, we got to redo this because things have been updated. Some people are in relationships, some people broke up.
Where are they now?
Where are they now? Where are they now? And I caught them the reunion, and that's what the way it's looking for us now that most of us are vaccinated. We're gonna start doing these group podcasts again, and it's gonna be great. I can't wait.
Yeah, I think that'll
be
fun.
really can't wait. Topics today.
Is Danica still in New York?
She is. Oh, okay. We'll eventually do bring her in on a virtual call or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Danica, shout out to you if you're listening to this. Thank you so much for being on here in the past. And so topics today. One for sure, we'll talk about the Selena series because we just finished that. We'll talk about the Friends reunion that's coming up May 27th, I believe.
Is that next week?
I think it is next week. Oh, on HBO Max.
Yeah, Ruby was saying that we should have a viewing party.
Ooh. Oh, Dominic was suggesting that too.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, because we were all into Friends. Anyway, we'll get more into that. But yeah. Any other extra topics?
Is it going to be a multiple episode event, or is it just the one?
I think it's just the one episode.
Does it look really long?
I'm sure it's maybe a 2-hour long event because they were shooting a lot of stuff, but I think it's more along the lines of the Will Smith Fresh Prince thing.
This one looks better.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Are they actually playing their characters, or is it just a reunion?
I think there are because you see them rereading some of their old scenes, and even in the same room and playing that game. That trailer opens. Did you see the trailer?
I think I saw a little bit of it, but I just don't want to ruin it for me.
Okay. Well, there is a scene where, remember the game show?
I did see that.
So it was stuff like that. That's what I'm talking
It was 4 pages back and forth, or 8 pages back
and forth. And they're playing the game. I was like, man, that looks great. Yeah. But we'll get more into that after that. But yeah, any other extra topics we'll talk about, just life in general and how everyone's doing. Yeah. And yeah, nice glasses, Jessica.
These are color therapy glasses.
Color therapy?
Yeah, so it's like this thing where
give me a red one. You have a red one?
No, so I have an orange one right there if you want to wear it. So these are like glasses that kind of help with your mood. So I think these are supposed to kind of give you like those are supposed to, like the orange ones are supposed to give you creativity and stuff like that. And so it's like you wear different colors. So there's like certain people that I've seen wearing them, like Demi was wearing them in her interview and in her docuseries, and I'm like, oh, that's what it is. It's like kind of goes with this too. Anyways, cool. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So I bought them.
So you get more creative.
And JJ likes to wear them too.
Cool. Yeah, in case you guys want to know why is that baby in the background, there might be a baby coming in here. JJ, our son, our beautiful baby boy, who's going to be 9 months. I think next week.
Monday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. No.
Wait. What's today?
Saturday.
Today's the 20th.
Today's the 20th. Yeah, 2 days. Yeah, he'll be 9. Holy shit, our boy. Yeah.
You guys, he has one little tooth popping out.
One little baby tooth. And he's crawling like crazy.
He's adorable.
He is absolutely adorable.
A lot happened during 8 months.
Yeah.
During month 8, I mean.
Then the 8 months, yeah.
So look at how he puts the fry in his mouth and then he chews. He acts like he's chewing.
My boy wants to grow up so much. Oh my god.
So he sees us. When we sit on the table, he'll see us chewing and he's like, what the hell? So we have to give him something. And so he was putting the fry in his mouth and like sucking it. Mm-hmm. And then he would just mimic his mouth like if he was chewing.
He's so cute.
That's a good topic we can start off with, actually. I recently talked to a family friend of ours on the phone earlier today to talk about some financial advice stuff. And, before we started, like, he asked me how our son was, how our family's doing. I told him this is, he's, like, about to be 9, and he's doing this, that. And he's like, man, you're doing great from what I'm telling him. Like, I get to stay home all the time. I get to work from home. Stephanie's going back to work, but only working so many days. And, like, it works out for us where we get to be with him all the time. It's like, that's great. You got, and the fact, like, and he's, like, telling me, because he has 2 older sons in his late 30s or mid 30s. And he says his sons.
Mid 30s, tell me more.
Yeah, and so his son.
Is he married?
No, the father is telling me his sons are 38.
Are they married? No, I'm just kidding.
One of them did get married, he told me. But yeah, he's actually has his first grandbaby on the way. And so I was like, he can't wait for that. And he's telling me, like, his son's, like, even though he's 38, like, one of them owns a barbershop somewhere. I think works at the Facebook barbershop or something like that, last I heard.
I know someone who works at the dentist at...
Nice.
Yeah.
I know somebody that works as a hairstylist at Facebook.
Really?
Oh, God. But anyways, yeah, the dad comes in, to say hi to the son. The son will still hug him and kiss him on the cheek, out of respect and everything, because he loves his dad. And he's not embarrassed to do that in front of other guys and other men and stuff like that. And the dad was kind of like, the one that was talking to me, said, that he's always there for his boys, always there for his son's friends. His friends are still really close to him. Some of them were even their best men, best man and groomsmen for the wedding and stuff like that. They were that close. They had that bond. Kind of like the way my brothers are with their friends, how they, they're always coming around and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And so he said, keep doing what you're doing, because that's exactly what he did when his kids were young. He was always playing with them. Playing hide and seek, playing peekaboo, playing, all this cute stuff. And he's like, never be afraid to act like a child when your child's there, because that's the time to, like, their imagination is growing, and embrace it, and encourage that.
Have you seen the dumb shit I do in front of JJ?
Hey, we all
were we boing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so he's like, you keep doing that, because eventually they'll come to, definitely love you, because he's seen the other side of that, where the sons, they never got a hug from their father, never got told I love you, never got told any of this stuff, and they kind of looked at him as the father, because he was always there for them instead of their own dad. And it's like, oh yeah, I don't want that. I was like, so obviously, yeah. And so of course, it came natural for me to act like a child, to play with JJ, and I have no problem with that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
yeah.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he brings it out of a person.
Oh, he brings it out.
Yeah. You want to see him smile. Like, I need to see him smile. Like, I need to.
First thing in the morning, gotta see it.
You have to.
I love it. I love seeing it. Yeah. So, you want to get right into it? The Selena business.
Okay. Selena.
Okay, guys. Getting right into Selena.
Selena Quintanilla.
Got your tissues ready? All right. So the series was a 2-parter. How many episodes each? Do you remember how long the first one?
At least 8 to 10 or something.
Okay, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it was like a 13 series.
No,
8 to 10, and about an hour long, I think. Right?
Yeah.
You guys were more into it than I was. Like, I didn't want to watch it because it's like biopics where I kind of already know the ending, and it's like, and plus it's Selena. It's like I've seen the story already, so it's like, not that I didn't like disrespect her, but like I love her music and everything, but like the story is like, I don't know if I want to get into it. But sooner or later, like, we got into it, next thing you know, and towards the end of the last episode, she was even telling me, we're sitting on the bed, she's like, we're about to watch the last episode, she's like, you can go in the other room if you want. I was like, no, I'm with you to the end. And so she's like, bring me
See me fucking ball.
yeah, she's like, bring me that box of tissues right there. I'm like, all right. And yeah, we watched the, beginning to the end, the last episode, all the way to finale. And yeah, I'll let you girls take it away.
I'll let you go, because...
Yeah, Stephanie.
Well,
yeah.
I enjoyed the second season more than the first, because the first season was, I feel like it was a lot of
young stuff.
Her father, like the storyline of her father, which we don't get to hear too much about in the movie Selena. His name was AB, right?
No, Abraham.
Abraham.
The father's name was
Abraham. But anyway, yeah, I liked how the second season was obviously more detailed of Selena and how she was of a entrepreneur pretty much.
Yeah.
And how and how headstrong she was and how determined she was in her business, and how much she wanted to accomplish and how she made it happen was so impressive to see that. And then Yolanda, I feel like they definitely gave her more of a creepy vibe, which I'm sure that's how she was in the season.
I mean, you look at her in the interviews she's done, and she doesn't have any remorse.
I've never seen any interviews.
I have. It's been decades for me since I
haven't seen any. I probably should, but
it's just the way she talks and even smiles at sometimes, and it's like, why the fuck?
Well, would you say that they portrayed her really well in the series?
I think that there wasn't as much bias as I thought there was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a dead on, this woman's a bitch, and it led up to it, but I think they were still trying to, you already hate her as it is. You don't need to hate her more, because it might not be good for some people, but
I mean, yeah. I like that because they were able to give more focus on Selena and her music. I feel, but I really feel like they could have extended some of the episodes a little bit more. Her big, I feel like they could have gone more into her big concert in Houston, Texas. I feel like they could have done that more, or they could have shown more of her fashion shows. But I feel like I'm just comparing it to the movie.
Yeah.
I really liked the movie in general with J-Lo.
Yeah.
While others hated it, but I really enjoyed both. The same way that there were a lot of haters for this season and for the actress. I think they did a really good job. At least from my point of view, I really enjoyed it. I really, really liked it. But the very last, her ending, her last. I guess the last episode, I feel like they could have done more with her, but.
They should have actually shown Selena.
Yeah, I could have given her more tribute, a little bit more tribute towards the end.
Because it ended very quickly.
Yeah.
But I think we all know that, though.
Although we know how it ends, but maybe people were trying to look for closure,
Maybe.
With my mom, yeah. she's like, no, they didn't do this to the ending. They didn't.
She was comparing it completely to the movie.
Yeah,
and that's what she was expecting. Yeah.
So. It's hard to say.
And it sucks, because you don't want to completely connect it to the movie, but it's there are some scenes they did better especially with the ending, where it's like in the ending, like you kind of have like this heavenly moment where she's singing to the crowd and you see nothing but lights. It's a beautiful scene, and it's like after she dies and she's singing that song.
I at least would have wanted to see more of the end, like after she had passed away, how her husband was healing, you know? I would have liked to see that a little bit more.
That's something they completely skimmed over, is the fact that that the family was involved, and you don't get much of you do get some scenes, but it's very quick, you know, like 1 month later, 6 months later, stuff like that. But it's like, it's very quick, and it's like, here, this was a devastating blow, not just them like financially, but like just their family. They lost a family member, and there should have been, you know, a lot more emotion, because now we've grown up not with just Selena, but the entire family. This is like losing a cast member on a TV show that all of a sudden gets killed, and, you know, shocks you, and, you know, but this is a real thing, and it's like, and, you know, there should have been more scenes with the family just, I hate to say it like this, but losing it, because it's a devastating blow. And they kind of like, I don't know, they kind of...
To kind of like show what people felt, you know?
Yes, yeah. And they showed scenes of like certain like fans reacting to the news and stuff like that. Like, they should have shown more of the family members.
Of the family,
yeah,
100%. Yeah.
And, but, I don't know, I guess I'll give my view of the first season. Excuse me, I had to burp. I actually liked the first one because like it wasn't just focused on Selena. It's like you got Selena's the voice and the person in front, but it's like you got people like AB that's like the person editing all the music. Like that's what makes it stand out as well. I like how they did that. Yeah, and it's like and of course I think I like the dad story a little bit better in the movie because you definitely it's very quick where like when in the very beginning of the movie it's like him and the Dinos try to sing songs of that decade in English. Yes, something like that, and Mexicans and people that Spanish didn't like it, and so they and they said they didn't like it, and so you kind of get more of his backstory. And here he's kind of like already the father, and stuff like that. Yeah, and that scenes like that they stick out a lot more than this series did, and so that's like, man, the movie has more memorable scenes. I hate to say it. And here the series could have extended more. Yeah,
because it's a freaking series.
Yeah, the series could have extended more to 3 or 4 seasons if they wanted to push it. They didn't have to bring Yolanda in so soon.
No.
And I was just listening to another person's review and then like also watching some interviews of Selena, and it's like they could have had a lot more, because this is a series, it's like they could have had a lot more goofball of this, like her comedic side, because she was very funny.
Yeah.
Seeing her on camera, like that. What's the 24 cuatro no desi cuarto? That's 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. She was on an interview in 24. Well, see, I 24.
Primer impacto?
No, just 24. 24.
Well, what about?
No. In an interview, she was like on some type of
Selena.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
so Selena was like Selena was on a like a Oprah type of interview, and she misspelled, like she was trying to say 14 instead of said 24. Yeah, and so the crowd was like laughing at her, and she's like joking about it, and so she it was just funny to her, like that she makes mistakes like that, and I remember the movie kind of did some of that stuff too. Where she didn't know full on Spanish. Yeah. And so the series could have added a little more of that humor to it. Yeah, that charm. Yeah, basically the charm. Yes, that's a good way to say it. I liked AB's character, because he took up a lot of the stuff. Oh man, I didn't like the sister in the second part. Oh
for
my
me,
god.
Really? Yeah. She was so annoying.
At least the first 3 episodes of the second. The second part.
She made everything about her.
She did.
Tell me that you got married and this and that, or it's a big deal, but she made
you guys have to understand that she was young herself.
How old is she?
They're Maria's age.
True, but when the sister was telling her, it's like it's basically like, instead of falling in love, why don't you focus on the band and stuff like that? And it's just like, you're asking her to put her love life aside for the band for another 8-9 months or something like that. And it's like, that's devastating to anybody. And it's just like, no, okay. But the way they're making it seem like, oh, she's just a young person in foolish love or something like that. I was like, well, look at the guy she was in love with. Chris, as long as the hair, maybe the guitar, like there was nothing really wrong with him. Like he wasn't like something with piercings or tattoos or something like that. So it's like the family was just like, just building this up, making it look like he was just another guy you'll like, and he'll be gone. But it's like no, there was nothing really wrong with him. So that's why she liked him so much.
Yeah, but I also think like, go ahead and finish.
No, go. I'm done. I'm going.
Yeah, with that, I can see where the parents are coming from. Yo, this is just like. They really didn't want her to waste any time, and you forget that people have to make mistakes. Like she has to make her own mistakes. Granted, it was beautiful love, but they also had a lot of their
own turbulence.
Yeah, but it's because they're young. They're the guy is trying like when you see
he was trying to find his path at the same time.
Exactly, and you would think, oh, but it's Selena, but he also has his own life, and the same thing with the girl. The fact that she said, I might not be the drummer anymore, and she decided not to be the drummer, the sister, Suzette. Yeah. She decided not to be the drummer anymore. I'm like, well, damn, this girl's actually trying to live her own life. And sometimes I feel like Selena also was kind of like, well, I need you to support me right now. But they're all very young. Okay, let me get my notes. Chapter 1.
Oh my God.
Episode 1. I did really like the A-B... How they showed a lot of A.B. and being a producer, writing a lot of the songs, just how he was so tough on himself, so hard on himself, the way he felt the pressure from his really dad. Yeah. But just the beauty that came from him going through all that.
He's the brains of it all, I feel.
Yeah.
He did a lot of editing and stuff like that.
The song the one dude who was in love with Suzette, and then he ends up writing that one song.
I didn't know.
No. Y aunque siempre lo renuncias. Yeah. The whole song is about, there was this love. I once had it like, I get hope in my heart, deep in my heart that we would be together, but obviously now, they can't be together anymore. And Selena realized, oh shit, he liked you, and you didn't notice it. So I like that. I like how they showed more. I like how they showed that one guy with the mullet looking thing, how he was pursuing his own career. And people say that he also had a thing for Selena. I don't think they showed it in the movie, but he also did a song for Selena afterwards. And people say that he had a thing for Selena. I don't know if he's ever actually revealed it, but they said that he did. I love even the background guy and the background, in the that big concert that they did. At the stadium.
Houston?
Yeah. The two guys that are behind her. The guy that's like the two dancers in the back.
Oh yeah.
There's the light skinned one and then the African American. He actually passed. I think he passed away last year.
Oh, so that was a real thing?
Yeah. He passed away a few years ago. So that was really, I remember looking him up because I knew that he had passed and they had said the background dancer for him. Wow. I like that they did a lot more of that. I liked the background story of just like their own relationship. I think I also wanted to see it because the parents were behind it. The parents were behind the Netflix thing, so weren't they?
Oh, I would believe so. Yeah.
I think the parents were behind it. There was a lot of music which I liked. There was a lot of music by Selena because a lot of times, like the Aaliyah movie, which was supposed to be really good, wasn't the best because they didn't have support. And they couldn't use any of the songs of Aaliyah. No, so I think they could only use like one or two, and they weren't even like the most well-known ones. People love to hate about how Selena looked, but yeah, you have to understand that was the look, and that's how people actually dressed. People only remember her the last few years when she was more mainstream. I love how they did that. She was in a novela. She was in Dos Mujeres Un Camino. She was in that. I also like that she spoke a lot more Spanish because when you do see interviews, you do see how much Spanish she knew. So she really knew a lot. I like the way that she said, like she kind of just went with her gut, like when she said about her husband, like, oh, well, this is my man, and how she would turn it. So she really knew the crowd. I thought with what they had, maybe they really, like, I'm thinking, I don't know how the process is, but they probably said, all right, we're going to give you guys 2 seasons. Do what you may with it.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, that is probably on Netflix. Yeah. Probably did.
Yeah. Figure out, which
Yeah, so they're like, you know, like wrap it up, that type of thing. And so it's like, oh man.
I don't know who this actress is actually. I don't know much about her. At points, like, she's very pretty. I don't really care that she didn't look too much like Selena. Yes, you want to see someone who looks like Selena, but the whole point is that you want to tell the story.
Yeah.
You have to think about the fact that you did have this big ass movie, like, you know, J-Lo, and it came out like 2 years after she passed. So of course people really wanted to see we're behind it. I don't know, but I feel like this girl saw that Selena movie a little too much and was trying to mimic J-Lo, yeah, instead of her own. But that's just me watching it. But overall, I think it was a good production. I can't compare it because that's not how they did it. I don't think they had in mind, well, let's make sure that we do it as good as I think.
I feel like she looked at some of Selena because in the interview with Evi Quintanilla, they had asked them like, oh, because there was so much judgment against her, and they said that why couldn't she? People were criticizing her her lip singing, that how it wasn't, you know, together in sync with her voice. She's like, well, that's how Selena was. She didn't know how to lip sync, so she had to like compromise, and she did exactly that. And I thought that was good. That was good as the actress. You know, she like adapted really well, I feel.
I think she did a good job, and if people want to hate, they're gonna hate.
Yeah, like the same way they did that with like J-Lo apparently. So.
I mean, and J-Lo's not even Mexican or Mexican American.
Yeah, that was like their whole big issue.
No, not only that, but they wanted somebody more morena. A lot of women kept criticizing. They need someone looks more Mexican, like an actual, like they should have. If they did it, they should have done it right, kind of thing. Then they should have chosen an actress that's more dark, that more maybe full figured as, you know, as Selena was, but.
They could have cast an unknown. I mean, well, because this actress, we'd known her from The Walking Dead, and she actually plays a badass.
I don't know.
But yeah, but anyway, she.
That's why you're like, I know what she is.
I know she I've seen her in some of the roles in The Walking Dead, so she does play a badass. So it surprised me that they brought her into here, and like you could tell they definitely patted her ass a little bit.
She worked really hard.
It wasn't.
In some scenes you can tell that she had that Nicki Minaj. Yeah. You know, Cardi B type of ass.
Kardashian,
but yeah.
I don't know. She didn't look too.
No, in some scenes we can see it behind her butt, and so it's like,
very noticeable.
You tell, but because she's very thin in the Walking Dead series, but I mean, it didn't take me aback. You know, like she didn't look completely like Selena. I was like, I get it. Like we have a lot of celebrity biopics that didn't look exactly like their characters, and it's fine as long as they give up good performance, which she did. Yeah. I just thought, like, for me, I thought they could have shown more of her personality in some of the other stuff. They could have played with it more instead of before going into the more serious mode. And what was it? She died March 31st, 95, right? Mm-hmm. I think they did a pretty good job, at least building up to that, where like they cut to the gardener and the lady, working at the hotel, and it's just like, okay, like I already like, okay, this is like where like they probably had witnesses talking about what they were.
They've actually had witnesses.
Yeah, and so I'm assuming that's who they were. They were witnesses. So like already I'm a picture right now. We're just going, and like they didn't show the actual death of Selena. You just see her going into the room, and it's because like no one's gonna know unless Yolanda decides to speak the truth, but we'll never know if it's the truth or not. And so it's better that way that she actually, you know.
If they really wanted to get really into it, she runs out. She runs out of the room, and she gets all the way to the front, and that's where she collapses. And they see her actually, like, whoever was in the main office or something like that, they see her. This is from the recollection of the people that worked at the hotel. They actually say that she like ran over and she's like,
I don't think people would have been running.
Someone's been shot. Yeah, no, I don't think. Yeah, and it would have been very disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, so wait, Selena ran out, or?
Yeah, she runs out because she was shot from the back. So she was right. Yeah, she was shot from the back. So, it's like, it wasn't like a self-defense or anything like that. Whatever bullshit Yolanda has said.
Just pathological fire.
Or maybe she was from her. I don't know. I thought she was shot from the back, but she does. She runs out, and people see her running over the grass and stuff, or whatever area it was, and then she gets to the front. She's like, "Please help me. I've been shot." And I almost want to say she says Yolanda or something, but then that's when she collapses and she loses like her last breath or whatever. But fuck. I wish I would have seen.
I think. Go ahead.
Even with the first movie and this, I wish I would have seen more of the mom, and I think they
yeah.
I think they like did it maybe
kind of brushed her
respect.
off.
I think maybe they did it maybe out of respect because supposedly one of them hadn't even watched the movie. I don't know who it was, but they just didn't. Maybe it was a mom who hadn't seen it up to this day. I don't know if she's seen it, but yeah, I feel like, I mean, that's her baby.
Yeah, and not just and going back to the husband too. Like he was always seen like a side character towards the end of the last season, where it's like they always seem to be like have some sort of disagreement. Which I know, I get it, husband and wife, they all have disagreement, but they never show more. They needed to show more of the lovey-dovey stuff. Like was like well like. Why were they still in love and stuff like that? They always every scene almost seemed to be like a problem scene. Yeah. Like they had a problem.
Movie?
Yeah.
I also like the house scene where he kind of said why he wanted to give them the house because they didn't want to live right next to their parents. Mm-hmm. And they said, like, I think he said it like he bought those houses because he wanted to be able to give one of them a house because they were homeless for a little while.
Yeah, I was just listening to some of her last interviews. Yeah. Where she talks about like she wanted to build the 10-acre land area and have it facing the sun and have it where you can play your guitar outside. Yeah, a farm type thing. So that's all very true. And how she didn't want to do the same thing on every album where she always wanted to change it up. She didn't want to play the same music. And I was like, that's why like even though I don't speak Spanish and like I don't understand all the words, but I still hear the beat and stuff like that and the voice and the stuff when I know it's her.
She's just so multidimensional.
And
with everyone that you hear, like either it being country, like you have to be country, or maybe you branch out here, kind of like Miley Cyrus. I guess I hate to make a comparison, but like or Taylor Swift. There you go. Yeah. Like they were able to do
they
that.
Branched
Selena
out
was so multidimensional with like so many different types.
At a time where it's like you had to like you said, almost all country music kind of sounds the same. Like I don't know who their voice pattern like it sounds the same. Here Selena changed it up constantly.
Well, no, I'm just saying like their genre. Usually.
Okay.
Like,
listen to her album. Listen to this English album, and there's actually a lot of songs that I didn't know I knew or I remembered from back in the day. A lot of really good English songs. I just hate how they kept like judging her. I mean, I guess they were trying to look for, the like in it, but they kept telling her that her voice, this and that. They kept like judging her, and I think it kind of like maybe brought her down a bit.
No, I think they were trying to push her, and I'm glad she needed like voice lessons. It was just, what she was saying.
It wasn't like a negative thing when she did the voice lessons thing.
They were trying to give her, like, I guess more control. Like, the guy said, like, we're trying to give you more control for your voice for it to last longer. Because if you keep hitting those notes, you're going to fuck up your notes.
That is true.
Okay, yeah.
So I think that's what she needed. She just needed a little guidance to kind of hit that next level of, like, perfection.
Her voice, I do remember them saying that she would lose her voice. Or it would... Let me tell you something. My voice is fucked up. My voice, like, I mean, I will give myself...
You sound like a duck.
I will toot my own horn because I do have a good voice, but I completely fucked it up. And it's very noticeable when I do really high notes. It's like this bitch cannot sing. Like, scratch, like, something... I did something to my chords.
Too many years of screaming at Ruby?
No.
Singing in the...
Yeah, no, so... Right? Yeah, so I think that, like... And I'm like, I heard myself and I'm like, I've tried it. And no, it just, I fucked up my chords. Because I don't know. I've never taken
voice lessons. Like you shouldn't be drinking coffee too. So that fucks up your voice.
Oh, I don't know.
Certain, like a lot of things, a lot of foods. Like you
have vodka, my friend.
It's like it's like a person, you have to cater to it. So it.
I also liked when AB's trying to get that one lady and a song that she wanted, he wanted a songs from her, and he said,
"Was it Liza Minnelli?" I don't know. It looked like Liza Minnelli for some reason.
No, the way he said it, he's like, you have a lot of clients that come to you, but you wouldn't go out to lunch with them. Yeah, so you obviously want something, you see something in her or something like that. Yeah. So I like that. So that was pretty good, and I hope that scenes like that were true. I hope it was.
That scene with Beyonce.
I know. I was like, and I didn't want to tell you guys anything. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell Maria. And then I was like, oh my God, can I please tell you? Guys, she's like, yeah, the Beyonce. Everyone on fucking Twitter ruined it.
Oh,
I was like,
I did it. I dropped.
Tell Maria get off
everything that I was
Twitter. Okay,
doing.
I
can't believe I'm so glad I saw it on my own.
Yeah,
it wouldn't make sense because she's like, she didn't know Beyonce lived in Texas. I was like, yeah, she lived in Texas. Yeah, she lives from Texas.
And B's from Texas.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What else can we say? It's just well, I listened to her last interview. It's translated in Spanish, in English, but she said she was gonna do like some sort of movie role with Johnny Depp or something like that, and so she was telling they were kind of joking about it, but he's like, oh, your next thing is gonna like I would love to see Selena in a movie, on Star, and she's like joking around like that, and like that obviously would have been the next step for her.
Yeah.
To be,
she was doing novelas in Spanish.
Oh shit, yeah. See, they didn't show any of that in the series, and they had a chance to do it, and they didn't really show.
They had that Veronica Castro interview.
Yeah.
That girl at the beginning, I was like, she don't look like Veronica, but the way she like mimicked her voice, like Veronica sounds a little like drunk when she speaks, like ustedes son así, and I was like, oh, God damn, this lady is good. I was like, I gotta show my mom.
No, I feel like they did a good job with showing, things that we never really saw. I feel like now obviously since I was born in 92, I didn't see a lot about Selena until like I started like learning about her later. But
I think a lot of people grew up with Selena, but after she passed.
Yeah.
It's just,
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I didn't know about it until after.
But
really,
I think they did a pretty good job with bringing in like random things that we didn't really know about, Selena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was pretty good. Yeah, and so obviously, just judging by the way your character is, not really based on the movie or the series, but like her interviews and stuff like that, how she says she's always loving her husband and stuff like that, and what she has plans, how they plan to have kids and everything like that. I think today she probably still. It's very rare to see someone like an artist to still be with their significant other after all these years, but maybe she would have been the one if she still kept that mentality and everything, and her heart was still there for her husband, then I'm sure they still would have made it today and had a bunch of kids and whatever.
I think he would have been like a lot more famous.
Mm-hmm.
Like Selena branching off into what she's doing, but him also being in
Santana.
that.
Oh my God, no, that's a good point. Santana, I'm sure she would have done like maybe like almost a rock album where he gets a solo at one point in the song or something. That would have really branched him out more.
He definitely would have been.
Oh yeah.
Doing his own thing.
So I did like the series. I enjoyed it.
I did.
It was good.
I did.
I did. Hopefully I didn't sound like you were criticizing at all.
I watched it. I watched it all.
We criticized it because we have so much. It's you're comparing.
I cried during every single episode of the second season.
Oh my God.
Every episode I cried.
Yeah, she was in deep tears.
I think the songs would get me whenever she would go into. I'm like,
the songs. Yeah,
great, I'm crying again.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I really liked how I like that episode where she's doing the acoustic version of I Can Do.
'Cause I'm
dreaming.
Yeah.
Well, dreaming. They do it at the very end.
Oh yeah, they're two different songs.
And some of her
performing how she would sing this song, and the guy's like doing the guitar, the acoustic version of it and then they're there with her brother. Yeah,
because the interview I listened to was it was like in January or February, and she was talking about the English album coming out in July, and so it's like so of course it is true, it came out after her death, and it's like wow. What else more can we say about this? It was a good series, so definitely worth a watch, guys. Definitely worth a watch. Have you guys ever met someone that was born after 95 that was named Yolanda?
Nope.
Ever met? No. Okay. So just like hopefully like Adolf Hitler and Stalin and a couple other dictators, Yolanda's name is also cut off everybody's list. I'm hoping that's the case. What was the name of the lady that drowned her kids? I'm sorry, that story.
La Llorona?
Yeah, I'm sure that name's never been brought up either.
I don't know her name is.
I don't know who named that.
Wait, what?
I'm just thinking of names that like people probably never will use to name their children.
I don't think anybody would use their child La Llorona.
Okay. One of that story.
The crier? That's maybe a slang. A nickname.
I don't know her actual name. I need to.
But Yolanda is definitely off everybody's list, obviously, because of this one. She like I looked at I just typed in Yolanda. I didn't type in last name, and she's the third person on Google that talks about her. There's other people like Wikipedia or something like that. I mean, not Wikipedia, but Instagram or something like that. But those are like art. I don't know, someone semi-famous, YouTube famous or whatever. But yeah, everyone like she's the third person down, and it's like obviously after that it's all about her. I was like, damn. So yeah, Yolanda's definitely dead in the water.
So she's still in jail, is she?
As far as I know, yeah,
for life.
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone was saying that they were trying to get her out for parole, but they were like, no, that's not gonna happen. So shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Were this no series? Oh.
Just a reminder, add more hate to the hate. All right, let's go on to something cheerful. March 27th.
Oh, the
our friends are coming back home for a little reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Joey, Chandler, Phoebe, Monica, Rachel, Ross. That's everybody. Yeah. Okay. And man.
Janice is supposed to be in there.
Really?
I wasn't gonna ruin the trailer because she hasn't seen the trailer, but
I'm sorry, I had to.
there's cameos by Janice and Richard. Obviously the actor that played. Yeah, he got Tom Selleck.
I mean, I was gonna say, what did they brought back? What was Jennifer Aniston's?
Oh, Brad Pitt.
Oh.
Well, he was in there for like one scene. I know one episode. I mean, they are still friends from what I hear, so I mean, it could happen, but you never know. I mean,
Zach and Zoe. No, Zach and The Sweet Life of Zach and.
Oh, Ross's son.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Emma.
Yeah. Emma. When did you guys get introduced to Friends?
I was watching an episode where Ross is sad because his wife is a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that's episode 1 or episode 2.
No, I take it back. I'm wondering, is that the same episode where Joey's hand is broken and he's eating all the jam that...
Oh, no, that's like season 3.
So something like that. It was one of those, but it's either that or when Ross is sad because... so it must have been that one when Ross... and I'm like, this is interesting. And then I remember my dad saying, why are you guys watching something with like where they're saying lesbians? Because it was all in English, but he understood the word lesbian. I was like, why are you guys watching this? And I'm like, what's a lesbian? I was like, well, what's a lesbian? Is this bad or what is it? And so it wasn't until later. I didn't know he didn't want to tell me. He didn't tell me. I didn't even question it. I was just like, great. That's how because I think it was like on regular TV.
I definitely got introduced to it in '99. I have a friend that I was really close with in 6th grade, and he introduced me to Friends, and especially he liked his favorite character Chandler Bing, and we started watching it at his house. Next thing you know, I got into it, and after that, I bought all the seasons after that. And you can ask my cousins Felicia and Stephanie, even Benny. Like when we spend the night at each other's house, I bring the whole DVD set, and I still have some. I still have them. Somehow over the course of the years for Christmas, my mom will buy me the next season, next season, and that's we have like How I Met Your Mother, Everybody Loves Raymond, a couple other episodes, but Friends is the only one where I have all of them. And when Dominic first moved out years ago, he didn't have cable, and so he borrowed our DVD set because that's what we would watch constantly. And no matter what, at times, I would put on the DVD at my parents, and we would watch like episode after episode after episode.
What you would spend your checks on?
That was literally what our life was.
Yeah, it got to the point where like my dad's like, "Can we watch something else now?" And so I was like, "Okay," because sometimes he would definitely they would get into it, but after like 6 episodes, it's like, okay, can we see something? yeah. And so no, I'm telling you, because you know how the DVD would just keep playing each episode after that, and now it's all before Netflix and everything like that. And it sucked when you had Friends, you had The Office, you had Parks and Rec, all on Netflix, and then they slowly started jumping ship to different scenes. But now we have HBO Max, and now we watch on there, and so it's great. And so that's definitely a thing. And Friends for me, it just grew over time. Like I watched it, when we started rewatching on Netflix, all the jokes, like the dirty jokes, they definitely hit so much fun, so much fun. that I definitely knew about, but it's the other jokes that like Joey and Chandler and Ross and the girls would talk about, where it's like
seven. Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Where it went over your head as a kid, but now years later you understand that joke and it just comes out funny. Like wait a minute, they got away with this joke on TV. And I was like, what the heck? And so it's hilarious. Now it still hits, and so that's why I was like, I can't wait for this reunion. I mean, it's been that they've been saying, let's do our Friends movie, and honestly, it's just like, you know what, they could do a Friends movie, but I don't think it would be as strong. I think the Friends season ended so well where it needed to be. Yeah. I guess. Okay. Favorite character.
No wait. For the DVD, I have the whole collection. My what was it? I remember we would always do Secret Santas in school with all my friends, and I remember one of the girls saying, "Jessica, what do you want for Secret Santa? Your Secret Santa wants to know." And I'm like, "You could do this or this," and then I'm like, "I know what I want." And I was just joking around. I was like, I want a season of Friends, dude. Oh my God, I see them in Target, and I really want one. And she got it for me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, these are expensive. Back in the day, they were like $50 plus. And she got it for me, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I would I used to work at Target, so I would buy myself a season whenever like I felt like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna give myself something nice, and I would buy a season. And then Black Friday, they were going for like $20. Mm-hmm. So I fucking went in and I finally bought the whole thing.
Target had all the seasons.
We used to do that. We would watch all of them, I think, because we didn't have cable, so that's all we would watch. Yeah. So non-stop, all of us would watch them. And then Will and Grace. We had all the seasons of Will and Grace. And, believe it or not, the Huxtables.
The what?
The Huxtables.
What the hell is
the Cosby Show?
The Cosby Show.
Oh, the Cosby Show. I was like, what's the Huxtables?
I'm like,
Wow.
Was it all of it?
I don't know if we had all of them, but the few seasons that we had, I fucking remember just bawling.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
It was, dude, oh my God, I could not believe how fucking hilarious this show was. But and Will and Grace was my one of my all-time favorites.
Funny. I know.
And see, that's the thing. There's been a lot of shows that have come back. And I'm like, I don't know, like Full House. I kind of got over it. Like after the first episode, I'm like, they're still doing this. Will and Grace was good. When it came back, Will and Grace was good. They were doing a lot of new jokes, although I didn't appreciate them at one point kind of like making jokes about Trump. Not because I like him, but because I just didn't want to hear anything about him on TV. On something that I like. I don't want to be reminded about that from stuff that I do like. Oh. Favorite character? I'll let you guys go.
Well, like with Friends, like, yeah, of course, like I said, the dirty jokes, it's like it comes back now. But now that I watch it now, like as an adult, like I see stuff that they could have taken it very seriously, but they started a more comedic approach, like especially like Ross's mental breakdown, where it's like you kind of like see him as a whiner, but then now you see him an adult, and it's like, oh, he's got screwed over so many times, where it's like, I'm surprised he hasn't mental breakdown sooner. And here you kind of get that. That's season 5, I think. Yeah. And
I cannot tell you what season is.
Yeah. That's how much
they're part of my life.
That's how many times I've seen them that you can tell me a scene, I probably will remember what season that was. I don't remember what episode, but I definitely know the season. But like stuff like with Phoebe, now that I'm dating this goofball over here, like before in the earlier seasons, I didn't really get Phoebe's character in the early seasons, and later on the seasons, I kind of enjoyed her character.
Thank you, my babies.
But in the earlier seasons, she was definitely more of a hippie goofball, and that's how this one is sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, this one, like it was she said like random shit sometimes, and that's how this one is. And it's like, oh my God.
Grow up with friends.
Yes.
You're such a dumbass, dude. I saw this picture you sent my mom of JJ with the white hat. It's like the white beanie, and he's like this, and you're taking a picture of him, and in the next one, it's a fucking meme of a white dude with the white beanie running.
Oh no!
I was like, this bitch is already making fun of her son.
Oh no!
Did you send it to I was like, dude, this is some dumb shit Ruby would do. Like, you think she's so serious, and then all of a sudden she throws some dumb shit like that.
Yeah, it's just some random shit. And it's just
I was
like
like, oh my God.
Did she show you the of the gracias?
Oh, yes, dude. She came into my room, and I was like, you're the only one that sends my mom memes. And she was just like, this bitch is hilarious. I was like, yeah, that's what we do, Mom. That's all we do. It's meme after meme after meme after meme.
I know.
Anyways, yeah. So who's your favorite then? You have to choose one.
I would say Joey. Hands down, Joey. Reasons why is of course he always seemed one of the funnier ones. He had all the right dirty jokes to say. I mean, heck, that's where most of my shit comes from. But I think in the end, like when it came to him, when the whole term friend, he was the top of that because he gave up like a lot of relationships where he knew it would affect someone else, how they felt. He would end the relationship because he knew how that person felt. I mean, the girl that was the ballerina dancer, like he ended that even though they were madly in love with each other. He's like, I see how it's affecting my friends, and in that Rachel, the Rachel relationship, you see how it affected Ross, and in that. There probably are some other ones, but like,
didn't he fuck with Janice once?
No. He never
Joey
did, Janice.
never did.
Joey never did.
Ross did.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna get you or something.
Yeah, the whole thing with when Joey was dating this actress, Chandler had a thing for the actress, but Joey met her first, and then Chandler cut her hair. The actress cut Chandler's hair.
Velveteen Rabbit?
Yeah, Velveteen Rabbit. And, Chandler and her started making out, so basically she kind of cheated on Joey, and later Chandler confronted to Joey, and of course Joey gets mad, but then in the end he's like, go after her.
Didn't he get in a box?
He put him in a box, as a punishment. Yeah. It's a long story, but basically Joey's like, this was my ex-girlfriend, but you go ahead. If you're that much in love, go for it. And in the end, he never got, he had his own, 2-season finale, a series. I never really got into that, but
the show Joey?
Yeah, the show Joey, but he never, I'm just talking about the Friends show, he never got his love. His, he didn't have to be married, but he never found someone that he was connected with in the end. But that was because he had so many of these other connections, but he decided to put his friends first before the actual, step together. And it sounds sad the way I'm saying it, but he came off as a really good character, a really funny character. He always had something crazy or stupid to say. But yeah, that's my go-to character.
I don't have a whole on this explanation like that. Right. Mine's between Joey and Monica.
Okay.
Ooh, good ones.
Which okay, damn. Next, after this, we'll say the opposite sex. Who is your favorite from the opposite sex? Because like a guy.
Oh, okay. Well, I just said a guy. So.
Yeah. And then we should have said who do we think your favorite character is?
Okay.
We should have started off with that one.
Okay.
I know, just because of our personalities.
Well, you can still do I mean,
after you said Joey, I'm like, yeah, you that is you, yeah.
Joey, I for sure would have thought you said Joey too. Me?
Well, you just said Monica.
Well,
you said Monica.
Who would you have said?
I would have said maybe Phoebe, because you started liking her in the end.
I liked her. Oh my god, I loved Phoebe at the beginning, the first few seasons.
Yeah, and so secretive.
Yeah, in the beginning.
She had such another life.
She was so. For me, she was so much more different. They made her more dumb throughout the later seasons, but. I definitely liked her. She was my favorite in the beginning seasons.
Nice. And like I said, she was my go-to person when I first started watching Friends. I was I didn't really get her humor that much. Later on, I eventually did, but but now that I'm watching it with you and I see how your personality is, it's just okay, I kind of get it. I kind of get her.
Would you have said, Jessica, who would you have said that?
So you said Phoebe? Or...
At the beginning I did, her first seasons, yeah.
You have to choose one.
Well, who do you think I don't know.
Who did I think you would be? Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know.
Ross, I think you were Ross.
I hated Ross. I didn't hate him. He was just annoying to me. No, I think...
Not Rachel.
No.
Monica?
I think Joey.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Joey would be one of my favorite. Joey and then Phoebe towards the beginning again.
All right, we have to guess Jessica's.
Yeah, you guys have to guess mine.
You know Jessica longer, so. Who should she have picked?
Who would I pick?
I think maybe Chandler.
Okay, what do you think?
I don't know. I can't think of it.
Oh, you're so good at this game.
Not Ross.
No, not us.
Dead air. Dead
I don't know.
air. Say something. Dead air.
Joey?
Okay, go.
All right, give it. Chandler.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Chandler is... I love his sense of humor. I thought he
knew
was
it.
so witty.
Ah, yes.
So witty with his comebacks, those zingers, as Maria put it this morning. He was just so fucking funny through everything. Monica sometimes gets annoying. You know, she's a woman, so she's very, like, moody. I'm just kidding. You know, like, but Rachel, yes, she's fun. Yeah, Phoebe is a top contender. I think her vibe, thank you, my baby, you know, when her voice gets all raspy, and I'm like, I love that. I love that she got pregnant for her brother. Just, you know, the fact that she's a fucking twin.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Like, that was good, but you kind of, and also Ross, you know a lot about Ross, but you don't know a lot of Chandler. You know his mom. His mom is like, you know, like a wasp type. And you know that his dad becomes like a trans.
Yeah.
And I think he was very well off. Like, they were wealthy, but he was definitely
the black sheep.
No, I think he uses sarcasm to cover up, like, the
a scapegoat. So.
Yeah, it is. It's like
and
I think I do that a lot. I always have to feel like I need to, like, you know, like, kind of kill the elephant in the room, or like I have to, like, kind of ease, like, with dumb shit I say sometimes. Like, I feel like I have to, like, with my parents more than anything. Like, with my mom and dad, I felt like I always had to do that. But in general, I love his attitude. And in grade school, I had a crush on a guy who actually, I think, had a thing, like, not a thing for Chandler, but was, like, used Chandler as, like, who he wanted to be, like the Chandler hair and everything. But Chandler, hands down or hands up, I think I gotta give it to Chandler.
To Chandler.
And I can't believe that I was actually able to. That Monica and Chandler relationship was risky at the beginning. Like, you knew that like, for me, Rachel and Joey relationship was like. Even Rachel couldn't take it serious because she would laugh whenever he would put his hands on her.
But then again, she laughs at the Ross thing too.
Yeah, but that was even beforehand. We got used to that because it was at the beginning. Yeah. But Monica and Chandler were later on.
They did definitely hint that in season 3 when they're on the beach, or beginning of season. The very beginning of season 4 or the end of season 3. It was in between the air when they're at the beach house. Before Joey has to pee on them because she gets stung by a jellyfish, they have that little banter. Chandler and Monica. It's like, if you were in an apocalypse and we were the last person, you know, would you date me? Chandler says to Monica, and Monica's like, okay, you know, like, if you're the last person on Earth, you know, I don't, you know, it's fine. And so they always had that type of thing, and so it was like they were kind of slowly building it up. But I think that was really the only mention of it. And then later on, the wedding, Ross's wedding happens in London, and, you know, it took everybody surprised, and I kind of like that it went that way. And I actually love the beginning of season 5, because the whole entire part of that first part of the season, they're hiding the relationship from everybody. From Joey. Monica's literally in the bathtub. She goes under in the water and pinches Chandler, and he's like, Diet Coke or something like that. It's just like, it's freaking hilarious.
Chandler. Okay, opposite sex.
Opposite sex? Do you have to guess mine?
You can say your own.
Oh, I can say mine. I would say Monica definitely grew on me a lot. like, she came out as the more motherly figure, but it's like, she definitely had a lot of hilarious things going for her. And Mocklet, yeah, it's just a lot. Yeah, you know, just because over the last 2 years, we definitely rewatched the series a lot more, and so it's like, oh man, it's just hilarious with her. Yeah. And so yeah, and she definitely wanted to be her own person, her own chef. She eventually got that dream. Her parents, I love I think the second or third season where Monica has her parents over, and Ross still hasn't told them about how his ex-wife, you know, how he's divorced, and now he's having a baby with his lesbian ex-wife. And then the parents quickly turn on her and like, you knew about this? And Monica's like, what the fuck? You know, like they still turned it on her, you know, making it her fault or something like that. And so it's just hilarious. And that's how my parents are sometimes. Like, you know, back in the beginning when we were kids, like, you know, I knew something Donna and Dimitri were doing, and somehow, because I'm the older one, I would be responsible for that. Yep. And it's just like, holy shit. And I was like, yeah, so I definitely related to that. But it was definitely funny, definitely a great character, Monica. And even till the end, like, where, like, she's about to become a mother, you know, her children are about to be born, and Chandler and Joey lose the duck and the chick in the foosball table, and she breaks it down without tools or something like that. I was like, she's still Monica. Jesus Christ. Still doing tough-ass shit. Yep. All right, babe.
Well, I said mine, Joey.
Oh, Joey.
No, opposite.
Oh. Well, she said Joey.
Joey.
Okay, but the opposite sex, you have to choose one.
Oh.
So you...
I thought you said my opposite sex.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Phoebes. Yeah. No, I said Monica.
You said Monica.
I said Monica, yeah.
You said Monica.
Phoebe.
Yours the same as mine. What the fuck?
I know, we're soulmates.
Oh my god, what? What did you say?
Nothing. You
do?
I say that jokingly because of the show, not because of
reference of Community.
Okay. Right? If you like Community, you can't judge.
We got Frankie's approval.
Phoebe.
Oh man, I would never have thought of Phoebe.
I love her free spirit. I love just...
Hence the scented candles. I'm sorry. I didn't know Phoebe.
Scented.
Leafy green. We're thinking of green. We're thinking her stupid thing on the game show. We're thinking for leafy answers. Anyways, go on.
I forgot about that. Yeah, Phoebe, definitely. I like everything. Like, just... And, oh my god, what's his name? Who she marries at the end?
Oh!
And she was like, if you were a real pianist, you wouldn't need a piano. Or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then what's his name? What is
Mike Hannigan.
Yeah. And then, no, but in real life, what's his... Yeah. The way he goes...
Oh, yeah. They definitely could have used him more, and I
didn't know he was so funny.
No, I think I'm going to switch him into Phoebe too, actually.
Yeah. No, because I heard on an interview that the producers or the showrunners kind of made him feel more like a prop than an actual actor.
Well, he was.
Well, I mean, I hate to put it like that. I mean, he was more of a side character.
He was.
Yeah. So,
he left and then he came back, didn't he?
He did, but they always referenced him a lot.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Okay.
I love that they were such opposites.
Okay. Are you done with Phoebe? Or are you Okay. Favorite side character.
Okay.
Can we name some?
Well, name your top one.
There's some. Okay, well, we gotta go through them.
No. Well, we know it. We'll name them off more later on, but like different. It could be someone that's always on the show, someone that shows up once a season or something like that. Gunther? Yeah?
But no, Gunther's not my favorite.
I definitely love the jokes that lead up to it.
Yeah, Gunther's funny.
Where, like, towards the end, he finally confesses his love to Rachel. And it's like, he finally had the 10 seasons, and he finally has the balls to do it. I can't believe that character lasted so long. Oh, my God.
When Rachel worked at Bloomingdale's or something, her bitch-ass boss...
Oh.
Who ends up dying.
Oh, wait. Oh.
No. She's memorable. And also the guy that goes, what, are you stupid? You stupid dodo. Oh,
Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stupid dodo. Quack, quack, quack. Some shit like that. He was funny. and then the crazy roommate that has a goldfish.
Oh my god!
Those two were funny.
I actually hated that character when I was younger. Watching it again, I was like, man, that fool is just like fun, like mentally, but crazy. It's just hilarious how she think. Yeah, he thought about the goldfish was real.
I know. And then this one guy who was literally in there for like a second. The guy that goes, he's like, I'm so happy to meet you or something like that.
That guy, yeah.
What's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Steve.
Yeah.
Steve. I can't do that without my tooth right now.
I actually like this guy. He only showed up in one episode. It was Phoebe's boyfriend, the therapist guy. Now I heard about this guy. The guy with the glasses. The guy with the glasses who was like a therapist and like
Did he have a hot body?
Huh?
No.
No.
It was towards the beginning of
the very first season.
Fireman.
No.
That's later.
No, Fireman was hot.
We're talking about my guy first.
Okay.
Not your guy. God damn it! You're breaking my concentration. But anyways, yeah, like I heard stories about this actor that like he was kind of like, I guess you can say similar to like a diva on set or something like that. I don't know what his deal. Yeah. But like he kept wanting to do his own lines, and the writers were like, "What the fuck?" You're just like,
was he a well-known actor?
I don't think so, but like they did an interview with him a few years back, and he talked about his time on Friends, and it's like they there was a lot of disagreement. That's the best way to say it. But anyways, I liked him in the scenes that I saw him where like he tried to like analyze the friends just by meeting them. Chandler specifically, it's like, oh, I hate to see when the laughter stops or something like that. And Chandler like, wait, what? And so like he caught on people quick. It's like, oh, Monica's thing. I was like, Monica, remember those are cookies, not love. And Monica throws the chunks of cookie at. I was like, man, this guy's good. That was fucking hilarious. I was like, I love that. I actually love that character. You got on everyone's nerves.
Honey, you should always feel the thing. That one sticks. Like she was there for what, like a few, but she was good.
I think maybe 2 episodes.
Was
one
that
episode?
Chandler's mom?
No.
That's Monica's coworker.
Monica's coworker. She was the other chef.
Her boyfriend.
What?
I'm hella loud. Monica's boyfriend, who's hella rich and buys. Doesn't he buy her like the restaurant or something?
Yes.
He's a UFC fighter.
My God. Happy Hogan. What's his name?
He was a good one. Schneider.
The chef? What's his name?
Oh God.
Wow, that's true.
I gotta look him up again. But anyways, keep talking. Yeah, he plays Happy Hogan in Iron Man. He shows up in a lot of Marvel movies.
That is a good one.
Yeah, I'm the ultimate fighting champion.
I thought he was the. I wanted Monica to end up with him actually. I thought he was good.
Yeah, I thought he would have been good, and then.
And yeah, I mean, always Richard.
But she never loved him.
I don't know why.
Jon Favreau. That's his name. Jon Favreau.
Yeah, I like him. He's good.
Yeah. Jon Favreau was a good actor.
Wait. I gotta say, like, you know, like, I didn't expect him to like him, but Tom Selleck, Richard.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
Where he always became a reoccurring character, but he also became a reoccurring joke for Chandler. No matter what, Chandler would still bring him up. Like, when he. When they went to Vegas and we're like probably like a year or so into Monica and Chandler's relationship, Chandler was still jealous of Richard, and he was like, you know what I do? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the gym, build up my upper body, and then poke Richard with a stick. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And just go like this. I was like, what the fuck is this? Just poke him. I was like, so stupid. It's so stupid. I was like, what the fuck? I mean,
I like Richardson.
Oh my God, that was a funny joke.
Eye
that was a funny joke. The eye doctor, and how like Monica just did that weird ass twitch. We're like, like what the fuck?
Didn't the guy the guy that played Patch Adams?
Patch Adams, Robin Williams.
Yeah, wasn't he in the?
Oh, he was in a scene in a very few
and he's like all like crying.
And oh yeah, squishies, please. It's like, yeah. Oh my God. Wow. God, what's her name? Redhead. Pretty. God, I'm sucking.
You're doing great, babe.
I knew you were doing.
Wait, Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. Yeah.
Julia
Roberts.
She was in it.
She was in it. Second season.
She steals all the clothes from Chandler.
Chandler.
Remember third grade or something like that.
She was on the movie set with Jean-Claude Van Damme. And Chandler knew her back when they were in elementary school and pulled down her pants where everyone saw her panties as a kid. And she romanticized Chandler and got him to wear her panties in the bathroom, and then took all his clothes and left.
That one, she's coming, and then like she goes and goes out of my head. She comes and goes out of my head.
Janice?
No.
Janice was good too.
Janice was a really good one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The one that thought that Drake Romano or
Dre Romano?
No.
No, that Joey's character was actually real. She's a model.
Oh, the ballerina girl?
No. I can't. It's not Reese, but
Reese?
Applegate, Applebaum, what's her name? Rachel's sister.
Oh.
She was funny.
Reese Witherspoon?
No, Rachel's sister. Something.
Well, that also is a sister. But I liked Reese Witherspoon's character. Oh my god. As Rachel's sister.
There was this one other quick scene.
Amy Green. But it's
There was this one.
Then sorry. There's two sisters. Rachel was never supposed to have two sisters. Something. What the fuck is her name? Applegate. Yeah, her.
I was gonna say there was that quick scene with Rachel, and she goes on a date after she's set up
with a clown
by I'm infertile.
Oh my god!
That was fucking hilarious to me.
No, and
when she's like, "Do you really think this is gonna be a good date?"
He goes,
"Oh
oh my god! Yeah, the comedian. I forgot.
Gavin Mitchell. I liked him.
Oh yeah, that was a good one too.
He was a cutie, and he actually he was an ex-rodeo clown. He used to play at the he used to work at Ralph Lauren. I liked him. I thought he could have been a good contender for Rachel.
All right. Well, since you brought him up, which one do you prefer, the fireman or the teacher? If you're a Phoebe.
If I had to choose someone for Phoebe...
So reference, guys, there's an episode where Phoebe decides to date multiple men, and one guy she dates is a fireman who she feels is too masculine, and turns out to be an actual, very... Sensitive, yeah. And then the other guy is the teacher who happens to be too sensitive, and ends up she goes on to break up with him, and then finds out he's hella buff and shit. Yep. And so now we're leaving it to Jessica.
I like the scientist.
That's not one of the... Oh, my God.
The teacher.
The teacher? Sure. The teacher? For sure the teacher? Okay.
I love sensitive guys. I love nice guys. I love it. I love when guys are just so sweet. Not sweet, not smothering, but just genuinely nice person.
Oh.
Hey, I went to your drop off some stuff for your mom yesterday because blah blah, and I'm just like, what? I don't know, just very thoughtful people like that. They're so sweet.
Okay, sweet guys.
Yeah, I love it.
Who also have a six-pack.
You wouldn't think that. But again, that fucking scientist who goes to Yemen.
Oh!
Yemen?
Oh, what was his name?
He doesn't go to Yemen. Chandler goes to Yemen, right?
Yeah.
He goes to Minsk.
There you go.
Yeah, but the scientist, he was a reoccurring character from season 1.
He was good, and I hated his friend who was a bitch ass and didn't want him to.
Yeah, and he never should have left. Yeah, obviously.
That was the one that got away.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the one that got away, and
when he came back, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it was perfect timing because was it Paul Rudd's character was out of there, and then all of a sudden they still came back, brought him back, and I was like, oh shit. Shit, man, yeah. For sure, there was a lot of great characters. Jesus, we only said name one. We're naming all of them. We're oh my
god. There was because he smells it. There was a guy who comes on the. He's not. You guys probably won't remember him. But there was a guy who is an EMT. Mm-hmm. But then he also has another character. in Friends. So he shows up as 2 different people.
What?
Yes, and I will find him
EMT
online.
worker?
He's like an EMT, and then he also comes out as something else. And I was like, what the fuck? Maybe he found another job.
No way.
Let me see. And he's actually a funny...
No way. Okay.
Yeah. I think we should wrap up.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's where our picks for our friends. We can't wait for the reunion.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we're gonna end it right now. Yeah. So, guys, whenever you're listening to this in the car, out the car, wherever you are,
actually,
thank you guys so much. Okay, Jessica has an announcement.
I just wanted to talk about this, or kind of make like a little announcement. So there's this guy who this young boy who I used to work with at Office Depot. I used to work at Office Depot. I used to work with him at Office Depot, and he's 19. He was 19. He was gunned down last week.
Oh shit.
In San Mateo. I think he died preventing someone from protecting his girlfriend. They were in a car and...
Oh, I heard about that.
We did?
Yeah. It was on the news. Yeah,
and so I used to work with him, and I used to work with his mom as well. And when I heard about it, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's crazy. They've been talking about it a lot online, and they put out a GoFundMe for him. A lot of people have donated to the GoFundMe thing. So read the story. There's a lot of like people talking about it, like, because he was Asian, he was Filipino, and so a lot of the Asian community is saying, why aren't people talking about this more? And so if anybody wants to, the kid was great. I remember I used to talk to him, like every time I would say like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do it. He's like, I'll do it. And like, he was always up for anything. He was very respectful of his mom. Jesus. And if anybody wants to donate to his GoFund, you can just Google his name. I mean, I guess at this point you can Google it. His name's Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Spell it.
Ash. So it's ASHLY.
Mm-hmm.
AT, or short for AT. Because his first name's Ashley, his last name is Tionson or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people knew him by Yuki. So if you just Google Ashley Yuki, or on GoFund just put Ashley, Ash, like Ashes LY, and Yuki YHUKY, you'll find him, and you guys can definitely donate. 19, so young.
Jeez.
I met him when he was like a good 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks, you guys. You guys should definitely talk, and people need to talk more about it. It's kind of getting a lot of a lot of media coverage a lot more now, but how the fuck is it happening so close to home?
Mm-hmm.
And poor man, his mom, that has to put him to rest now.
Yeah, I saw his mom.
It's him and his daughter and Yuki. Yuki means snow. I think it means snow. And I remember when he said his name was Ashley, and that was his name tag, and I remember saying, Ashley. And I'm like, why'd your mom name you Ashley? I don't know. She liked that fucking name. And then I was like, and then she said, I don't think he said fucking name, but he was like, she liked that name. And then she called him Yuki. And I was like, Yuki? What is that? I love that. And I told him, when I have a child, that will be my child's name. Yuki. And they say that in Sailor Moon at some point. One of Sailor Moon's names in like her other life or something, it's like Yuki something. I don't know, something weird like that. But I just remember loving his name and saying Yuki. And that's what I would call him. I like the Yuki name. I'm like, that's who you are. That's what your mama calls you. So look it up. I think it needs to be more spoken about. But that's it.
All right, guys. All right. Thank you for listening to this podcast, episode 95. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yep.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye.